Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Animal Wisdom Tarot by Dawn Brunk. I believe that's how you say that. Illustrated by Ola Leola. There's a website for them, cicobooks.com. So if you're interested, there you go. Supportive Oracle Cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website for them is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, U as an umbrella. Alright, let's put those aside and see what do we have for Aries. Ooh, is that going to go good for you? Now, Aries does seem to succeed through opposition sometimes. It's like sometimes if somebody gets in your way, it's just, yeah, their success. Okay, should I really be surprised? Seriously? Somebody stands in your way and it's just kind of like more motivation, kind of like, oh, you think you're going to stop me? Haha, sure. By the way, do you believe in the Tooth Fairy too? Because you have the same chances with that. Salamander, Two of Branches, Two of Wands, Two of Fire. Really beautiful salamander on this too, in my opinion. If I can move my finger so you can see it. There's a choice. You have to choose this. You definitely have to choose this. It seems to be a quick decision, or no? Yeah, the Two of Wands would say a quick decision. But I'm also getting kind of like, it has to do with the people involved. Four of Cups is the crab. I feel like it has a lot to do with the people involved. The thing is, if the people involved are a little difficult, it doesn't mean you're going to give up. But I feel like if we're going into something, if we're like, I'm choosing something, the people involved can make a big difference. The thing is, there's loyalty here too. I'm feeling that. I do feel like if you give this a chance, you might like these people better than you expect. They won't be a perfect match for your energy, granted. But I feel like one of the things that Aries really does respect is honesty and dedication. Somebody who tells you what they're going to do and actually follows through on that. You do have that here. Now, they may not like the way you do things. They may think you're a little bit harsh or a little bit more brash than they're used to. Maybe they don't like that so much, but you do bring success with you, and you do bring honesty with you. They're not going to question where they stand with you. They're going to know. That has a lot of value too. This is very weird, in my opinion, because like there's definite things where I feel like your energy is a little bit more harsh than they're used to, and you don't really like the clingy energy. That might be here too, because I'm getting some water, which is not bad. I'm a water sign, but still, for Aries, it might be like, oh, I don't know if I like that. But the dedication and the honesty and the drive for success, that does match, and that means a lot. That does mean a lot. When you can work with people you know you can trust, maybe they don't do things exactly the way you would like them to do them, but you know that you can trust them to not only do it right, but to tell you the truth on what they did. Even if you're not going to like it, you know they're going to tell you the truth on what they did. Like, yeah, Aries, I know you wanted me to do that, but this is what I actually did because I'm going to do it my way. You may not like that they did it their own way, but you definitely respect that they're going to tell you the truth on what they did. Honesty is everything. And I keep looking at this and I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to be involved with this group of people. The Two of Feathers is the Two of Swords, which is, I'm kind of like, I feel like you might block yourselves from a really good success. Yes, this will be a challenging endeavor, but it will also bring you a lot of success. This is also something you can definitely do this and get the success out of this. And I don't think it's going to be the worst thing ever. I just think it's kind of like having a learning curve. And once you know how to deal with people, I feel like you can get what you want. I do think the outcome is worth it. I also feel like once you get used to dealing with these people, it's really not that big a deal. It's kind of like, I know when to not say stuff because they're not going to handle it well. It's kind of like you have a very outspoken personality when you want to, but you also know how to say things when it's necessary and just change the subject when it's not going to go well. It's kind of like, yeah, you're going to communicate, but instead of talking about something that you know they didn't like, you can talk about something you know they will like. You just change what you're talking about. They already know how that worked out. I don't have to bring it up again. Let's talk about something going well. Let's change the subject. As long as it's not avoiding an issue, the issue is already solved. We don't have to bring it up anymore. We can talk about something different. This is also an energy that does understand you do not like to repeat yourself, which also gives me the energy that you don't have to repeat yourself. And if we've talked about something and you didn't like it, I don't feel like we have to keep talking about it. It's either understood, don't do that again, or it's understood, they're going to keep doing it their way. I don't like it, they know I don't like it, it's not going to change. But we don't need to keep talking about it. Like, I feel like Aries doesn't waste their time. If I know it's not going to change, like, it's just, if I know something's not going to change, like, I'm not going to get what I want, I'm not going to beat it to death. Like, I'm not going to waste my time going for something that's not going to happen. I have better things to go for. I'm going to take this energy and actually make something happen. I'm not just going to keep hitting the brick wall. There's no point in it. This energy does match better than you think, though. It's funny because I do feel these points of contention or where the things don't match. But ironically, the warrior spirit does match here because the people you're getting involved with are fighters too, and they do respect somebody who fights for their way. They also see it as an honest energy. Everybody seems to work out well. People have just different styles of doing things. I got the water energy here with the whale. I do feel like this is a whole new phase coming in. This could last a long time. I feel like if you get involved with this, you're going to be surprised that this really isn't as difficult as you thought it was going to be. I do feel like you give people some leeway that deserve it, but they earn it. It's kind of like, yeah, they don't like to hear that. It doesn't help me saying it. I don't need to say it. And it's kind of like I learned to bite my tongue. I learned not to say certain things. It just doesn't pay off. So if it's going to be a waste of my time and it's not going to make anything better, I'm not going to say it. I may really want to say it sometimes, but it's like I feel like I'm like, nah, I'm just not going to today. I'm just going to actually, wait a minute, I do want to say it. I'm going to go do something else. And I feel like that's what I'm evolving with here, kind of like it's not going to change anything, it's not going to make anything better, it's just going to annoy them, and I don't really want to do that. Even though the more they talk about that subject, the more I want to say what I'm thinking. Doesn't work though. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to do something different. I'm just going to exit from the conversation. Not going to be a problem. I have other things to do anyway. Things like that will keep happening, but it's kind of like, yeah, it doesn't bother you in the sense of like, even if I force through what I'm thinking, I know it's gonna go over like a lead balloon anyway. Why bother? I'll just avoid it, go do something else. And the conversations like that don't last. It's kind of like every now and then somebody gets something where they just kind of have to keep talking about something. And you're just like, all right, I'm just going to walk away. Ironically, when you walk away, they notice. And they're like, okay, yeah, I'm getting on the Aries nerves. I better stop bringing up that subject, at least around them. So if I don't want to hear it, I shouldn't say it in front of the Aries. So they learn too. You learn to walk away kind of like it's not going to make us any good. It's not going to change anything for the better. They learn, yeah, if I don't want to hear it, I better not say it in front of the Aries, because when you walk away, they notice. They're like, oh, I must have got on their nerves. I brought up that subject again. They don't like that. So I should learn to, like, unless I'm going to change something, I need to stop bringing that up in front of them. They're going to learn too. It's going to get better. I don't feel like it's eggshells, because I was questioning, like, are we walking on eggshells? I don't think so. I think we're just respecting boundaries. Like, certain things we're just not going to talk about, and that's just how it goes. You will communicate when necessary, but I also feel like you're becoming more selective about what conversations will and will not happen. If this affects what I'm doing and my outcome, oh, we're going to talk about it. If this affects just you and your outcome and you don't want to hear it from me anyway, fine, I'm out. I feel like every now and then you will offer help, but if somebody starts pushing back, like they're not liking what you're saying, okay, then I'm not the one to help you. Ask somebody else, and I'll just walk away. I feel like it's fine. I'm very selective about conversations I'm going to have. If we don't match, you don't want to hear it from me, then you don't want to hear it from me. I'm moving on. But if you're going to mess up with my bottom line, you're going to cause issues for me, we're going to talk about it. We're going to figure it out. And I feel like that's fine. You got a lot of success coming in here, long-term success. This connection with whoever this is, maybe it's a group of people, it will balance out a lot better. I feel like this is one of those connections where it is a challenging connection, but through that challenge, it's just that much more success. It's kind of like if you didn't have this, you'd have maybe you get 100 pieces of gold out of this if you didn't have anything in your way. With the working with this group with the same situation, because of the challenges, you get like 500 pieces of gold instead of 100. You follow me? Like maybe if I say $100 versus $500, but it seems like it just keeps going around this. Like every time you go around the wheel, do you want $100 or do you want $500? If you didn't have these challenges, you'd be getting $100, $100, $100. But with these people who do, it does take some work to work with them. It does take some things to work out the differences. Every time you go around this wheel, you get $500. So 2 times around the wheel, you got $1,000 versus 2 times around the wheel, you got $200. 10 times around the wheel, you got $5,000, or do you have $1,000? Am I saying that right? I think so. Like the longer you go, it's very much worth it. Like if you just think of it weekly, a job, a paycheck, which gets you farther in life? $100 every week or $500 every week? You know? That's where this is going. Success is here. I don't know if did I show this card? Hummingbird, the success. I think this is going to... People are going to really bond with you, by the way. They're really going to like you. Even though there are points of contention and there's going to be like some mismatch of personalities, they do really like you. Especially because they believe... You're very honest. And some people really love that. So you're going to find people really do like you. Really do. And that you're going to like them too, more than expected. You got the Sun card with the Seer of Feathers, which to me is like the Page of Swords. I'm getting a lot of good energy here. This is going to, like, it goes a lot better than I thought it would. I feel like the outcome is like a lot better than I thought. You get the Nine of Shells, leadership. People are going to know how to work with you, and they're going to respect that. They're going to really much like it because of your honesty and your drive. It's going to match much better than expected. It really is. There is some disputes here and there, but they're not that bad. I don't feel like I'm getting that upset. I will say my piece. Like, I'm feeling the Aries energy. You will. It's wanted, though. It's respected. That's the thing. Like, when you get upset once in a while, people don't go like, oh, the Aries said this, the Aries said that. That's not what I'm seeing happen. You say what you're like, oh, the Aries said what? Well, wait a minute. Something must be wrong. So wait, what did the Aries say? What was going on? Well, let's look at this then. Because if the Aries is saying something's wrong, we should look at this. That's how they're going to take it. Like, oh, wait, this is a good heads up. We should take this information and look at it. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing now. So I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.